Welcome back everybody here to Farming Simulator 22. We are back on the Elmcreek Multiplayer server and we got a lot of stuff we need to do today. If you remember last time we were in here, we got through and we did our massive harvest of sugar beets. This is going to be a very long process to get that all out. Sugar beet prices aren't going to go up until January. December, January, so we can actually can I show you the price fluctuation. Yeah, so January, February, where we want it to kind of be. So we threw it in here because we have no other place to store it, and it's out of the way. But we do have to get a lot of work done today. First things first is let's hop into the store because we can return our sugar beet equipment because we no longer need those. And next is we're going to get our combine up to our big field of sunflowers. Got a big field of sunflowers right at the very top that is ready to be harvested. I'm just going to drive this up because we'll take it up with the equipment. So one thing we do need to do is we need to get a application of fertilizer put onto the field of wheat here. Our goal is to get as much wheat as we can so that way we can get our chicken coop up and running. And then the field that had the sugar beet in them, we're actually going to hold off on doing anything with that until the end of the season. We'll let that there and we'll leave it on running, just because we can't do anything with it until the beginning of next year. I'll pull up the map actually real quick. So I want to get canola in there, but we are unfortunately too far past the canola timeline. So right at the beginning of March, we're going to get oats put into that field. That way that field will be ready to go. We should be able to harvest it in July or August. And then hopefully we can get a quick turnaround to getting canola into that field. So it's definitely going to be a lot of work, but it should be pretty good. This will be a pretty good yielding field. What I want to do, and I guess we'll hop in this tractor. Actually, we'll do this one because I don't want to cart with the big tractor, just because it's a little faster. I'm going to turn this field into our greenhouse property, just because we only got 7,000 liters of corn, so while it would be profitable, it wouldn't be very profitable. I feel like putting the investment in the greenhouses in here would be much more profitable, which is what we are going to do. And you figure we can easily go out and probably purchase 2 greenhouses, because I think they're 10,000 each. Don't quote me. That's what I think. So we can put 2 of them in there, and then all we gotta do is just buy a tanker to transport water back and forth, or we can pay to get water. I'm probably not gonna pay to get water, but that's something that we could do. Just gonna line this up. Pretty close to it. We're just going to lower that down. Move this off to the side of the road here. I might try getting us silage bales, because it would be, we got all this grass here that we could cut, but the problem is we need to put a silage pit in, and I don't think that's something we could kind of do right now. It'd be nice, but unfortunately I guess that's not going down all the way. Maybe it's different for this crop. But this is a massive field, so we do got a lot of work we have to do to get this one harvested up. But I'm hoping it yields out pretty decently. We'll most likely store this until the prices go up, and then we're going to sell it. Just because it comes down to what's most financially profitable for me. But this is going pretty well so far. Got about 11 or so percent, and just about 10% coming down the field. So it should hopefully yield out nicely here. We're just gonna do probably one lap around for the headland. I don't think we need anything too crazy. But my guess would be we're gonna get somewhere along the lines of, I have no idea, maybe 4 trailer or 4 combine loads, maybe, if we're lucky. But there's a lot we can do with sunflowers, so it's definitely something I think we're going to keep harvesting, just because we can use the equipment we already have. Come over here and get this rounded end. And then we'll probably hire a worker just to help with a little bit of it. By help with a little bit of it, I mean probably while we're carting back and forth. But it is working fine here, got no problems with it. Let me know how your day is going down in the comments below. I do read and reply to almost every comment as I get them. And it looks like one lap around we're going to get maybe 35%, maybe. Which won't be too bad. Just about 34%, so definitely not bad. But I'm going to throw you guys on a time lapse because it's going to take us quite some time to harvest out this entire field. So I will see you guys when we get a trailer load done. Alright, so we are running back down here to the farm. We gotta grab the tractor and the trailer so we can get our first load unloaded. It's actually taken a little bit longer than I expected just to get our first combine load, so we may actually end up only with 2, maybe 2.5 combine loads instead of the 4 that I was hoping for. but it still does exactly what we needed to do. So it should be relatively good and relatively decent. And we probably should have gone the other way because that's where it's going to be unloading from. Actually, I think we got the time, so we're going to just pull it right here. We'll open it up. We'll shut off the engine. Hop back into the combine. And we'll get this unloaded. It was 93,000. Not 9,300 liters for it. And I'm not sure how much this trailer holds. I think 14. But I'm not too sure. Starting off the top of my head. And maybe more. Maybe it's like 18. Because that doesn't look anywhere near half. Maybe slightly above half. So hopefully we can get a decent yield. I'm hoping we get at least another full one, if not a full and a half. But I'm going to throw you guys on another time lapse here. We're going to get this field finished up as quickly as we can. And just like that, we are another trailer load done. Or another combine load, I don't want to say trailer load. But I'm hoping... Just went a little too far past. I'm hoping that we would be able to get enough to get us 20,000 total liters. Which we should, because we have 293, so that gives us what, 18.6? So we need another 1,400 harvested up, and I hope we'll be able to fit everything from this in here. And it's going to be close so we can fill this entire trailer up. Ah, just barely. Just barely. Okay, so we need to get about 1,400 liters out of this up here. I think it's gonna be 2 passes, so it might be very close, but I'm not 100% certain. But we do have probably about, what's 2 passes. So I think it's just gonna be one of those. Is gonna be very hard to kind of tell. And I don't think so. I think we're going to end at probably about 19.3 maybe. 19.4 total. Which is a little sad. I mean, I wanted, I was assuming, 3-4 trailer loads. We only got, or 3 or 4 combine loads. We only got 2 of them. Just didn't do that well. And we're gonna park this here because we'll load it up, drive the combine over, empty the combine, and then load up with or dump the rest of the trailer load in there. But with that, we're done with this for the rest of the season. So I hope it was a decent harvest for us at least. I don't like how that is there. Let's move it down a little further up towards the top. So I feel like it wasn't even like hooked up on anything. I feel like it would have just been rolling around. Whoop! A little more forward. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this, and apparently we messed up big time there. Let's see if we can get that to roll off. Well, not really roll off, but slide off. Maybe not. Maybe that's... There we go. A little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Finally. I was not expecting that to hit on, hook up on there and then just tip over completely. But you know, the funds of running a farm here. Maybe a little more towards the back. There we go. Nice and stable on there. We can always use that header trailer long term if we ever needed to unload the and get a, well, actually we'll need to when we go get our our header for the wheat field. I don't know, maybe do you think we should turn this into one big field? These three large fields. Mostly one massive harvest of one item. I mean, it'd be crazy, it'd be definitely fun and interesting to try. And if I remember correctly, you really have to cut it out very wide. Bring that in, we'll close up the top there and then just back it right in. We'll probably end up gonna throw the header trailer right here, just because I probably will never be able to back it into this bay. So it doesn't make, aggressive sense to kind of do that. But let's run up here, or we'll just 2 taps down to here. 18.5. 18.5. We only had things, so we only had 19,000 liters. Which, I mean, isn't too bad, but it'll, maybe $20,000 we'll get out of that field. So we're definitely not breaking the bank, definitely not buying new equipment, but it'll definitely keep us afloat. That's why we gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep doing more and more stuff on the farm. A little bit more. I think I cut that. Yeah, I cut that way too close there, so we're gonna kick that around there a little bit. Out a little wider. There we go. Now that was messed up. Try it again. I'm just not doing this right today. There we go. That's where we wanted it. And let's get this thing unloaded, and I think it'll do the big one. No, my luck. Okay, no, that's the big one. I was gonna say no, my luck is gonna be the small grain door, and then it would have been really long for us to do. But with that, we got 19,000. Prices are over the thousands, but we'll definitely be able to turn it around comes, you know, February, March, beginning of next harvest season. We'll back that up just a little bit because that'll be fine right there. And we just tab over here, just make our lives quicker, and apparently turned it off. As I said, I don't think I'd be able to back this in there. I may give it a quick try, but, you know, it's one of those things I just don't think I would be able to get it done up nicely. But that is pretty much it. I don't think if anything else we need to do. We need to get fertilizer on that field there, but I can do that off screen. Yeah, now that I'm down here, I think this trailer's just a little too long for going in there. So we're just gonna cut it tight and then just spin it around. Didn't really make this yard aggressively big, but you know, you gotta keep it fun and fair. There we go. Look at that. Nice, simple, out of the way. You just park that right there. Shut that door. And I think lastly we just gotta put this into the shed. There's not really much we have to do after this. But that is going to do it for today's video. As I said, there's not really much we can do now. It's just a matter of waiting for timing. So I'm not going to film when it comes to selling all this. It'll probably be one of those things where you guys will probably see us when we hit the month of March. But just give you a little recap. We're going to sell the grain, make profit, and by March, we look at the calendar again. By March, we should be ready to get some fields planted and ready for turnover. And as I said, this would probably be greenhouses, but we can't do anything right now. So that is going to do it. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and as always, I'll see you next video.